I would have said it. So just don't say any swear words, please. How are you today, DJ?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well. If anyone's wondering, DJ is in a suit stroke, bomber jacket, leather jacket kind of mood. He's just been from work, so he's not dressed up for the occasion, have you?
No.
Good. Just want to double check that. So Ipswich, Norwich, as the title suggests, the Bloomin Eck is going on. So he's not dressed up for the occasion, have you? Hello. No. Just double check that. So if I turn my speakers down, I won't hear my voice on repeat. There we go.
It's a good start.
It is a good start. So Norwich, talk me through it, because you're having just as bad a time as we are.
I wouldn't go that far. We're not having that bad a time.
Only 5 points off us. Or we're only 5 points off you, rather.
Yeah,
which
true.
is amazing. If we'd won Saturday, which obviously we're never going to win in a million years, but
No.
we had it done, only 3 points worth over us and you.
Yeah.
And we've been bedsheet city for the last 3 months. So Norwich, what's going on?
Just the players have completely lost all faith in him. Absolutely everything's just completely gone. The problem is that a lot of the Norwich players think that they're better than what they are. They think they're Premier League quality, and you just turn up and just roll over a lot of teams in the Championship, and you can't do it. You can't do it. And
Certainly can't.
a lot of these boys have not got any fight, any spirit about them. They've got nothing that, that would suggest that they're up for this.
So it comes down to the manager not motivating the players.
I think he's lost them. Yeah,
Do you think, honestly, dressing room's gone already?
I think he's completely lost them. There's all this talk about players coming out and saying, we are fighting, we are doing it, but you watch the games, and there's none of it. Absolutely none of it. And earlier on in the season, when we're playing the lower teams, because we're beating teams who are in the bottom half of the Championship, you can kind of get away with it to a certain extent. You come up against a little bit of quality, and the squad's been found out. And unfortunately, you're at that point in the season where your only change, if you want to make a change, is by getting rid of the manager.
It is, absolutely. Obviously, there's no loan window anymore in the Championship, so you can't go and bring a loan player, which is what we're finding out now ourselves. You can't go and bring a loan player in where you normally would have done the Championship to pick yourselves up, a bit of impetus. So, last time we were with each other was after the Brighton game.
Yeah.
Great game that was. And you were talking about Russell Martin having the speech after the game.
Yes.
What's life been like since that for Russell Martin? Has he delivered on his own word? Forget the players around him, has he?
No.
So he come out and made a big gesture, and he himself has fallen short.
Yeah. He's not the only one. People who follow me on Twitter know I do not like Russell Martin. I cannot stand the bloke. He's not the only one. I'm not going to sit and completely bash him. But
the management committee goes leadership committee, Alex Neil, Russell Martin, and downwards. So do you think the players have lost firm belief in that structure?
Oh yeah, well and truly.
Yeah. So a new captain and a new manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
My captain at the beginning of the season would have been Johnny Howson. He is the man that I want to be leading us. But he's
a good player, Johnny Howson, to be fair.
Yeah, and we
often scores against us.
We have missed him massively. The moment he got injured, I did start worrying.
How was he out for?
I think until after January. I think.
We're playing you in February.
Yeah, no.
Damn.
Hopefully he'll be back in time, but
damn,
it just shows.
So you won. So Alex Neil, cause let's just paint the picture for our viewers at home.
Yeah.
Tonight's the AGM.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
And they've already said prior that they're giving him 100% confidence and backing.
Yeah.
So are we talking you're in the press, chairman comes out, he has my backing, or are we talking, no pressure, yes, really, truthfully, this time next week I'm not going to sack him?
No, I think it is, the fans have made their feelings well and truly clear.
Right.
I think if you talk to a lot of Norwich fans now, probably about 80% of them want him out.
Okay.
They've got to the point where they've had enough, so this is the dreaded vote of confidence. But it's not just from the chairman, it's from every person on that board. Every single person wants him in charge. If you talk to anybody within that boardroom, they all want Alex Neil in charge. He is their man. But results on the pitch show that he's not. We're not performing.
No, he's not. Absolutely not.
And
thankfully, good to hear.
I have had my best day being a Norwich fan with that man in charge at Wembley.
Best day ever, or
best day ever as a Norwich fan, by a mile at Wembley. That win was something else.
Wow.
But
we all got that, I suppose.
You've now got to take that away.
Yeah.
And look at what he's done over the past season and a half. And he hasn't performed.
And he's fallen short, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has fallen short. But it's not just him. There's a losing culture at our club. It's like, no, it is. We've stuck with the same type of players, the same brand of player. We've kept faith with the likes of Basong and Russell Martin and Bennett, Olsen, Tessie, Dorrans.
Basong about 4 times in the last 12 months.
Yeah. But we've stuck with those type of players, and the only one who's actually made any sort of difference that's come in has been Tim Close. He's the only person that's made any bit of difference to us. We've stuck with the same type of player for the last 3 or 4 seasons. You go back to when we first got promoted.
Yeah.
It was those players. We need to have improved, and we haven't done because the current board, as long as we're making a profit, they don't care. They're not prepared to stick their neck out and go and try and secure us a Premier League place. Because if we can stay in for at least 2 or 3 years, we'll be all right. But we haven't got that type of investment.
And you're not going to have the type of investment, are you? Because Didier Smith's going to leave the club to her nephew, who isn't a multi-millionaire by himself. First of all, good evening, Duke and NC. Thanks for joining me to us today. If you've got any questions for DJ or myself in terms of our clubs, do get them in, guys. We're always open to questions.
Yep.
So, to link it back into an earlier podcast of ours, we were talking about culture at the beginning of the season, weren't we? About how your turnover as squad would affect your culture.
Yeah.
So now you think actually the lack of turnover as squad is your biggest problem, because you've still got players who are accustomed to getting relegated, then going through a league division pretty easily, then getting relegated, then doing it again. So you think the experiences of that, instead of learning from it, they've kind of thought, well, this 12 months is kind of a holiday, we'll play football, we'll have some fun. Next year's where the business comes from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well and truly.
Because Alex Neil took over a team that was expected to win the league.
Yeah.
Wasn't performing for Alan Partridge's Mark II. So he did nothing special in that first year. So in terms of a proper body of work, it's your full Premier League season and this season, and you think he falls up short.
Yeah, yes, well and truly.
Okay.
Well and truly fell up short.
So give me a name. Give me a name that you want him tomorrow.
I don't know.
Because that's what I always get.
I honestly...
That's what I always get.
The person that I would have liked in charge would have been Steve Bruce before he went to Villa.
Because of Norwich connections, or because of the best man for the job?
I think he's a brilliant manager. He knows what he's doing in the Championship. He can get a team out of it. Villa are gradually, slowly starting to pick up results, and I think it was showed towards the end of the season. And he was the man I wanted. But I mean, I asked on Twitter at the end of the Brighton game, who do people want to replace him? And the names that were coming out,
Carl Robinson.
Carl Robinson was one of them.
Yeah, we've had that name a couple of times as well.
Ryan Giggs.
Right, yeah, but he's untested.
This is the thing. People are saying that this is Alex Neil's first big test.
Yeah.
We took a gamble on him and it hasn't paid off. So why would you want to take a gamble on somebody like Ryan Giggs?
So, are you the thinking now where, because your squad's so good, that really you want somebody who's got a pedigree of sustained success? Because anyone could kind of come with this team, no disrespect, and make it a top 6 side and should take it up.
Yeah.
It's not that you're looking for, really. You're looking to stabilise, take forward, but really their biggest test is next season.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
You would say so.
100%.
So you want pedigree, you want sustained success.
Yeah.
You want to look back like previous 5-10 years and say, yeah, he's done well there, he's done well there, he's done well there. That's our man.
Yeah.
You see, we're different. We're different. It's amazing to see how polar opposite the two situations are.
Yeah.
Because we want McCarthy out. If anyone who saw the game on Saturday night will know why we want McCarthy out. It was absolutely
17 seconds. That was impressive.
It's that Brit Sambonga.
A man I wanted during the summer.
A man we both would like, but one team only got a realistic ambition of getting him, and that was yourselves.
Yeah.
He proves. The only reason it was 2-0 was because he took him off.
Yeah.
and brought Velios on, thankfully. Thank you, Nottingham Forest fans and the Forest manager. But Forest turn up at Portman Road, not gotten a single clean sheet this year.
No.
Oh wait, they have now.
Yeah.
They have now.
That just shows it, doesn't it, really?
It does. We've gone down a path of previous success and it's not worked. Now we were looking for a manager who was a Ryan Giggs. Looking to come in, have his own way, learn his way, bring our youth players through, and basically build a club from the bottom down. Because we're going nowhere but down.
Yeah.
But down. We've got QPR this week, and
Good luck with that.
We're going to get beat. We're going to get beat. And as I said to you on Twitter, every defeat is a nail in the coffin.
What is it realistically going to take for him to get sacked, though?
Well,
because your board, don't really seem that bothered about it.
No, I think the problem is I think most boards are like that until they're pressed. Because most boards, unless they wake up and say, well, actually I've had a dream like Jacob, like Scrooge, and thought, he's not the right man for the job, they believe in what's going on at the club. Because it's almost like if you see somebody every single day and they put a stone on, you don't see it. But if I saw you in 6 months' time and you put 2 stone on, I'd see it, whereas your wife wouldn't. It's like that. A director goes into work every single day and is part of that situation, is part of that moment.
Yeah.
Doesn't see it. Can't see the wood from the trees. Us fans, once a week we turn up and we see it.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on. So us fans have to push the board. The base sheet is just the beginning. And now, thankfully, the game was on Sky, which means the rest of the world saw it.
And Ipswich fans who don't turn up week in, week out, who complain
Absolutely.
that the fans are moaning.
Absolutely. The amount of people I've said to me on Facebook say, do you know what? You were bloody right, weren't you? That's what you say every bloody week. Yeah, it's sometimes worse than that.
Yeah.
Second half, we at least crossed the halfway line because Forest said, you know what, have the ball. We don't want it, we've won the game. My granddad said to me, phone when the game's over. I phoned him at half time. There's no way we're going to score 1, let alone 3.
No. No.
And I keep getting asked that question. Who do you want, Bah? Who do you want? I still think Paul Cook from Portsmouth is my man. I would take the Luton manager. I think he's done a fantastic job.
Or Nathan Jones.
Brought himself up from nothing.
Good shout.
Literally brought himself up from nothing.
Yeah.
Dupe has asked, would I take Alex Neil as your manager?
Well, on that,
I would.
you look at what is going on with our clubs at the moment. You can't score.
Yeah.
We can't defend. You think if we swap managers, what would happen? That's a good question.
It's a fantastic question. And the answer is yes, I would. That's the home phone. That's probably the wife phone. The answer is yes, I would. I can't answer it. There you go. The answer is yes, I would. But would you take McCarthy? Hand on heart, 100% honestly.
No. God, no.
No?
No. No.
Even though you think...
No, the bloke's a clown. He's an absolute clown. He's got that...
Yeah.
I hate that arrogance of a manager where he just turns up and he thinks that he's better. Do you know what I'm on about? He beats his chest...
Do you know what I'm on about? I've seen him for the last 2 years. 4 years.
He beats his chest out and he thinks, I don't have to answer to somebody who's... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got that sort of mentality about him, and I just can't stand that as a manager.
No, I can't either. That's what winds me up the most. He treats us fans like idiots. That's what gets me the most. And then we had an incident a couple of years ago where he said we were all calling for Kevin Brood to start, and he was saying the more you shout for it, the less you'll get it. We are the paying faithful. We effectively pay your wages. Okay, not literally, because the ticket price, even though it's the highest in the championship, again, doesn't do that. But to treat you wouldn't go. And at the AGMs last month, one of the Mick Out fans, a guy I know called Sam, said if I went to my local supermarket and they didn't stock any kiwis, and I asked for a kiwi, and they said, the more you ask for it, the less we'll stock it. And Mick went, well, I'd change supermarkets. Okay, but it ain't easy with a football club, is it? You can't wake up tomorrow and go, do you know what? Although some modern fans do, I'm going to support West Ham tomorrow, local team in the Premier League. I'm going to support Arsenal tomorrow. I'm going to support Dupe's Edinburgh City tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can't do that, and to treat your fans in that way,
it's a
shower of sugar.
So,
and then he swore, I couldn't beat that out.
So Dupe's down on here, I would say Mick is a backward step for Norwich. He 100% would be a backward step. The name that has sprung to mind would be Gary Rowett.
Yeah,
Birmingham.
But would he be tempted away from... Maybe for your job?
He wouldn't leave Birmingham.
Not for your job?
No, he wouldn't leave.
The riches?
No. His next step is the Premier League.
Fair enough.
Why would he want to leave his boyhood club? That was the whole reason why he left an up-and-coming Burton Albion to go to...
We've got Sheffield Kucci we could take. He's forging his own career in Finland.
Why not get somebody like him? I don't know, somebody like John McGreal as his assistant manager or something like that.
Pablo Canago next to him. He's a town legend, Canago. The fans would respect that, So to round it up, to bring it to a close, I've really enjoyed this episode, by the way. I've really enjoyed the interaction and being alive, so thank you very much, guys. But you can watch it back. So, this weekend,
We've lost.
That's how I feel. So
Yeah,
who have you got?
we're away at Derby.
Who have just rejuvenate themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can't see where our next win is going to come from under this manager, because I don't know. I think he's just completely lost it. Honestly, I think he's completely and utterly lost the plot. And I've said it before in previous podcasts. He needs to either get more coaches and support around him to try and inject something different into the training ground, or he's got to go, because I know what's going to happen in January.
What?
If as and when he's still in charge, because honestly, no matter what we say, no matter what we sing, protest, banners, blah blah, if it ever gets to that point, no matter what we do, this board are not going to sack him until we get into the bottom half of the championship.
Well, I've heard that, but I'd say unless you start pushing for something, you're never going to get something.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely, that is 100% true. But in January, with the current guy who's the new chief executive, Jez Moxey, who's now in charge, the previous Wolves owner, as long as we're making a profit, he doesn't care. He's not going to push the boat out and try and get us promoted. We could be a bang average championship team, but as long as we're making money, he's doing his job.
But that's what he's there for. He's a money man, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's definitely a money man. But
he's a money man.
The ultimate money man was David McNally, and he wanted to push us onto the next level.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let him.
No, they wouldn't let him, and he left
because he wanted to spend too much money. He was a money man, but he wanted to spend some to get some.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
whereas Jez supposed to keep it, and Jez loves that word, keep.
Exactly.
Duke said, what about Stevie G? I'd say no for Ipswich. That's a bit too inexperienced. No coaching at all. How about for Norwich?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I mean, we all know what Stevie G's going to do. He's going to go to Liverpool, be a coach, work his way up.
Then I would, after a couple of years of being a coach, like Giggs, he's worked at the top level as an assistant manager under good coaches. He's got a couple of things in his armoury.
Yeah.
Stevie G it's still technically a player, and he's got nothing going for him at the moment in coaching levels wise.
Yeah.
Forget the name Stevie G. John Barnes was a hell of a player, was a terrible manager at Celtic, and that's in a league where you think you're going to do is turn up every day and be on the job. In terms of us, we've got QPR. Speaking of Jimmy Floyd, we've got QPR on Saturday. I would happily take Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. However, I would then err on the side of, is he the same as McCarthy, just younger? Because QPR's biggest gripe was, we're not crossing the halfway line.
Well, this is him with Burton, weren't it? They were winning 1-0, scraping wins in League One to get promoted. I wouldn't take him. But these names that are being mentioned...
They're fantastic names.
No, they're not. But you look at those types of names, and that is what is left. That is what is left, because every club in the Championship, every club who has wanted to make a change...
Has made a change.
Has done it. We are one of few that hasn't.
That's the thing. It's almost like trying to buy a player now. Any free agents right now...
are free agents for a reason.
Yeah, same management. They're not in a job for a reason. Alan Kirby's was a great manager. He's still out of job. Has been for a long time. You wouldn't take him tomorrow, would you?
Christ no.
So you've got to go and spend a bit of money in compensation to get a manager, and that's why I'm saying the Luton manager, the Portsmouth manager, a manager who is upcoming, got recent success, knows a style, knows players, knows people, and can take you there. And the last question I can take today before we've definitely got to go is a bit of a sidetrack, but as it's you, I know we can go there. NC Jester says, different sport, but I still haven't turned my back on the Browns. I've got two questions for you. The Browns, will they win a game?
No.
Dolphins, will they make the playoffs?
No.
And there we go.
That kills me to say, but I think when push comes to shove, the offensive line's going to get found out with the injuries we've got.
Dolphins are my dark horse.
Really?
I hit him from the right time. Dupe, as he's here, Eagles were not... they were...
Just as not confident at all. They're in a rebuild.
Duke's Eagles flew out the traps. Now they're starting to fade away at the wrong time. It's better, as the Patriots show us every single year, it's better to start slow, finish high, than it is to finish high and hit rock bottom in late December.
Yeah, I mean, they're still getting used to the quarterback, aren't they? That's the thing. I like the Eagles. I like how they play. They're a good team. It's just unfortunate they're in a really, really tough division.
They are.
There's a lot of clubs like that.
We'd have thought the Cowboys this year, eh? How about them Cowboys?
Jesus. I mean, that is... That's mad, isn't it? I mean, you look at something like that, and you look at what we were talking about, because we had a bit of a discussion about the Jaguars.
Yeah. Bortles taking huge steps back. But
what is that
you have to
about?
say, anywhere else, Dak Prescott doesn't perform the way he is. He's behind a monster of an offensive line. He's behind like 5 first-round draft picks. Anywhere else, like the Bears, for example, he fouls. The Eagles even, he fouls. But the Cowboys are the perfect situation. He's got a great line to sit behind.
Yeah.
And he just do what he does. And there we go. So I've enjoyed today's Old Farm Views. I hope you guys have had. It has, of course. But hopefully this again, because I've really enjoyed it. But until the next time, I am the Home Dressing Room, and you are D2FM.
Adios.
God bless.